Now we are in the middle of big drama in the AI world. Well, it's not that big, but Apple put out a paper called The Illusion of Thinking. And in that paper, Apple basically was critiquing the state-of-the-art reasoning models, the large reasoning models out there. And basically, it was arguing that putting these large reasoning models through complex tests, games basically, like the Tower of Hanoi, it argued, the paper and the Apple people behind it, that these reasoning models' ability to really deal with complex problems collapsed significantly. Now, the interesting thing is a week after that, we got a new paper called The Illusion of Thinking. And that was a paper to rebuke whatever we got from the Apple paper. And the interesting part is not the fact that someone tried to question what Apple did. The interesting thing about the paper critiquing the Apple paper was it was co-authored by an AI model. This one actually was published by one researcher who gave credit to Claude Opus as a co-researcher. And in their paper, they argued, and here they refers to the human and to the AI, they argued that because of the limitations Apple put on the testing of the output number of tokens and the way they actually designed those evaluations, including not checking that these problems are actually solvable or not, that led to the early collapse of such models when they were tested in these conditions. Now, that was fun, and I thought this is something to make a video on, and that was it for this saga of drama in the AI world. But I was surprised yesterday that there's a third paper that came out called The Illusion of Thinking. And again, it's a paper by a human, co-authored by AI. And that third paper, which I think probably is the most accurate, actually argues that neither took the right stance of the previous two papers. Again, they say, yes, Apple did put unfair or unrealistic limitations that couldn't allow these models to be properly evaluated, so they seemed artificially to collapse early on, but also argued that the conclusions Apple drove can't be totally dismissed because of that. And what they did in that third paper is actually they gave more and more well-evaluated or well-designed evaluations for these models, and again showed that indeed, even without limitations or significant limitations on number of tokens, at a certain level of complexity, the ability of these models to reason actually collapses. While all of this is intriguing and funny, honestly it's super interesting because it gets us to think seriously again about the real ability of these large reasoning models to solve complex problems.